So in this video, we're going to go over a topic that I actually been wanting to kind of talk about for a while now. It's crazy to see some of these black YouTubers who I seen some of their content a while ago and see the transition from the content they used to make to all this anti-black content that they now make purely because of views. One of the worst, one of the most dangerous type of black people you ever come across. But having said that, the video we're reacting to today is called Raccoon City by Antonio Speaks. Young brother actually made a pretty good video, man. So I ain't gonna hold y'all. Let's get right into it and talk about it.
There were two kinds of Negroes. There was that old house Negro and the field Negro. And the house Negro always looked out for his master. When the field Negroes got too much out of line, he held them back in check. The house Negro could afford to do that because he lived better than the field Negro. He ate better, he dressed better, and he lived in a better house. He lived right up next to his master in the attic or the basement. If the master got sick, he'd say, "What's the matter, boss? We sick?" When the master's house caught a fire, he'd try and put the fire out. He didn't want his master's house burned.
As the days go on, I'm slowly realizing that all.
Hey man, that's a dangerous mindset too, bro. Somebody who will defend their oppressor over the oppressed when they are part of the oppressed group. I mean, just think of that mindset. And I would venture even to say that these people that we're going to talk about in this video, they're not even house Negroes. They're worse than that. You know what I'm saying? They're not even house Negroes.
All skin folk is not kinfolk. In 2025, bootlicking is on the rise. I'm slowly realizing that all skin folk is not kinfolk. In 2025, bootlicking is on the rise and it's bad. I know this might sound wild, but personally, I hold a racist white person to a higher standard than I do a raccoon. At least from the eye test, I can tell you don't like me. As of lately,
I always thought the same way, man. And that goes for anybody, right? At least I know where you stand. You know what I'm saying? The other type, these people we about to talk about, and people you know, you can be out, you work with them. You work with them. Other black folks act like they cool with you, right? Telling the boss on you. Yo, you know, Jamal came in like 10 minutes late yesterday. Oh yeah, he don't even be doing the right, he don't even be doing stuff right. he just disregard all the policies. No, I'll let you know everything he got going on. Like, you know who I'm talking about. Every one of y'all got one of those people at work, and it ain't even the white folks. It's your own folks.
So with the result of Charlie Kirk getting put on a t-shirt, so many raccoons have been coming out of the woodworks.
Charlie was shot because he's honest and people listen to him. Even if you believe he was wrong about every single thing that ever left that man's mouth, he was shot because he's honest.
Charlie Kirk was a civil rights leader. He inspired millions of young Americans to get more involved in politics. He believed in God, his country, and took.
All right, we got to stop with this right here. All right, Charlie Kirk wasn't a civil rights leader. Whose civil rights was he fighting for? This is what all right. Regardless what you think about him, agree or disagree, I'm not here to discuss that. He wasn't a civil rights leader. Stop putting him on par with Martin Luther King. Whose rights was he fighting for? Is what I want to know. Whose civil rights was he fighting for? What demographic of people who were subjugated in this country was he fighting to free? What laws were he fighting to change that subjugated other people, that put people at a great disadvantage? No, he had discourse about things that he didn't agree with, which is fine and dandy. A civil rights leader? Come on, man. That ain't even a stretch. That's just bullshit.
Care of his family and inspired millions of people.
Listen, folks, Charlie might be gone now, but make no mistake, he's in the hands of the Almighty. He's with his creator. We also know that they targeted a known Christian icon, Charlie Kirk. But I do know one thing. I'm going to turn all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. You won't be able to stop me now because I'm going hard.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Going hard for my savior. I'm going hard for those that don't know who Jesus is. I'm coming hard.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the?
Pause, man. Big pause. But I I thought he was joking for a second. I thought it was like, you know what I'm saying, a parody or something. No, but he dead serious. He dead serious.
Targeted a known Christian icon, Charlie Kirk. But I do know one thing. I'm going to turn all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. You won't be able to stop me now because I'm going hard.
Oh, man.
I'm going hard for my Savior. I'm going hard for those that don't know who Jesus is. I'm coming hard.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Hold up, bro. We gotta recuperate after the last clip. I can guarantee you, bro, if we was back in slavery times, if Master passed away, them folks would be up in there crying, man. I can guarantee it. Also, in these videos, a lot of them love to talk about how he was like a civil rights leader. He was a man of God. He was for the people. What y'all gotta say about this clip then?
Do you think that there should be free school lunch for all children?
No.
Why?
Of course not. Because parents should feed their kids, not the government.
What if they can't?
Go get a job.
A child?
The parents should go get the job. Yeah. This is important. I don't believe.
Yeah, but a lot of those parents, not only do they have a job, a lot of them got two jobs. The job is not the problem. I hate this line of thinking that getting a job will fix the problem. It might help. But like, it's not as easy as, oh, just get a job. And this is whether it's a black person, white person. I feel like a lot of people who I guess are of means, they don't see this. They don't understand this. They never been through it or had to deal with it. So they think, oh, just get a job. Man, what are you doing? You're lazy. Come on, man.
Jobs and they can't support their children there because the minimum wage is so low.
No, you are a dumb dude. Don't give me this stuff. First of all, this is really.
I want children to eat.
Of course I do. Show me a single child in America going hungry. Doesn't exist.
Huh? I don't want to make this a Charlie Kirk video, but it's like
a single child doesn't.
Like, man, how can you explain clips like this? It shows you how out of touch this man was with reality. I went to school in a low poverty area. It was a lot of kids there that depended on those free lunches, those free breakfasts that the school offered. And even just going to the store nowadays, I'm well off of myself. Me and my family, we make good money, but groceries take out a big chunk of our money. And then you wonder why health problems are rampant in the black community. High blood pressure, diabetes, heart problems, cancer. This stuff comes from having to eat bad, low quality, cheap type of foods. According to Feed America, nearly 14 million children face hunger in 2023, bro. Come on, dog.
This is the left after George Floyd died. George Floyd had more than enough fentanyl in his system to die from overdose. If you go back and watch the video, he was saying, I can't breathe, way before he ever got put on the ground. Now, the right has just seen one of the most influential people on their side get murdered in cold blood. Charlie Kirk had no criminal record. Again, he was murdered in cold blood by someone radicalized by the left. And what you're looking at is the right's response.
Now, this is Jeffrey Mead, and oh my God, this man is the biggest raccoon on TikTok. We're gonna break down everything he just stated in that video. For one, he said this is how the left reacted and this is how the right reacted. The left did peaceful protests. Now, for one, they couldn't really crash out because the person that took out Charlie Kirk was a registered Republican voter and he was a young white man. For two, black HBCU schools were threatened the next that a young white man did. For three, does he not remember what happened on January 6th when people stormed the Capitol? Like, they literally tap dance and cherry pick so many situations. It's sad. Brother, you're still black at the end of the day. And actually 90% of the George Floyd,
you know, both sides cherry pick sometimes, but here's my thing though. When you that ain't even necessarily cherry picking. It's pushing a narrative that ain't even true. So it's one thing if you have a set of facts and you just pick the facts that kind of support your argument. It's a whole other thing to make up some shit and to put it out there like it is a fact. That's the other thing. It's just like, do y'all not research? Do y'all not look into shit? And then you just putting it out there and you parroting this destructive narrative. So it's beyond cherry picking. It's just making up shit to force a narrative that's not true. And to justify something like we didn't all see the same video.
Riots were peaceful. And why do y'all love to keep bringing up George Floyd, bro? He's not our martyr. We're just mad that he was killed by a police officer. That could have been done to any of us. I already did a video showing all of the racist things that Charlie Kirk has said, so I'm not going to do much in this video. I will say this, though. Charlie Kirk did not believe in the Civil Rights Act.
I have a question. Why did you say that the civil rights bill should be overturned?
I didn't say that. I said it was a mistake.
Why? That's crazy.
Now you gotta figure it out.
I wouldn't be here. That's trouble.
We note in our piece that Kirk describes King as, quote, a bad guy. It's true. And Kirk's self-described very, very radical view that the country made a mistake when it passed the Civil Rights Act. Also true. As we note in the piece, Kirk has previously described Kirk as a hero and a civil rights icon. It's true. I used to be wrong. What inspired Kirk to shift his view on MLK? Why does Kirk think that MLK is a bad guy? When Kirk says that MLK says, quote, one good thing he didn't believe, what does he mean by that? Why does Kirk believe passing the Civil Rights Act was a mistake? Now, again, apparently they don't listen to the show because we do that at least once a week, right? Once a week, we talk about why the Civil Rights Act was a mistake.
It's so ironic because the same law that Charlie Kirk was going against is the only reason why they have the ability to do the things they're doing today. They can vote for Donald Trump. They can be around other white people. They don't have to worry about getting lynched. I can go on and on. Now, we're really about to get into the meat of this video because all of the little TikToks and people standing up for Charlie Kirk isn't really doing damage as much. It's really the YouTubers. You see, making anti-black content is very profitable. But if you're black and making anti-black content, it's even better. This is the thing, y'all. These black YouTubers are like a vessel for what white people really want to say. They can't just come out and say these type of things because they already know they will be labeled as racist. So if they see a black person saying something racist, it's going to make them feel better and be like, ah, see, a black person said it. I'm not wrong. Now, the first record.
Hey, I used to be like, you know, before I started doing this channel and all of that, I would watch certain types of content and stuff, but I wasn't like, I didn't know all these YouTubers in the content space. I wasn't studying people and paying attention, like not like that. And so when I seen some of their channels, I'm like, man, how they getting so many views, right? Because like depending on what I'm watching, I might get recommended. But then once you start listening to what they saying, you be like, oh, that's how they get so many views. And it ain't far to conclude from there, like, okay, they pretty much, people watching this because they saying what other people want to say but can't say, and so they get the views, they get the likes. Yep, it makes sense.
We're going to talk about the Cartier family. Oh man, it's so obvious that these dudes are grifting. They started out making like music reaction content, and then that slowly dried up, so they needed to find a new source of income. So let's take a look at their channel. So you see the type of content that they do, but do y'all notice the same thing that I do? Black fatigue strikes. Black fatigue strikes murder. Trump goes nuclear on black fatigue in no video. Black fatigue strikes. Y'all get the point. What a lot of these people love to say is that, you know, we're just bringing.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Now there's a few of these he going to go over that I saw in real time, the transition. When I used to watch their videos, well, not even necessarily watch, but you know, I came across some of their old reaction videos, checked them out for a minute, but then you see the transition in real time from that to what they was doing. And if you go back and you look at some of their commentary that they do now, they're not even really, this is the one thing that I've noticed about all of these creators that he's going to bring up, is it seems forced, if that makes sense. Like you can tell that they have sold out and they just doing it for money. That's what makes it even worse, is that you can see it. You can see it in their eyes. You can feel the energy. It's just like, yo, bro, y'all going against your own spirit. That's why you're violating the law of your own conscience.
Awareness to it. We're trying to make the black community a better place. No, you're not. You're just fueling the fire for people to be more racist. I can guarantee that most of the people watching your videos have never had a real interaction with the black person. And don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with criticizing the black community, but clearly they're just doing this for views and approval of white people.
Ain't no doubt about it.
The main problem is generalization. Whenever a black person does something bad, they stand for the entire group of black people. We're a monolith, but change it around and let a white person do something. It's a liberal, it's a Republican, it's this and that. No, why isn't it the same way? And here's another obvious example that they're pandering to their racist audience. In the title, they put Democrat attack Christians. Democrat. So it's not white fatigue. Here's another one. Charlie Kirk death triggers ultimate black fatigue. What did we have to do with it? The shooter was a white man. Put white fatigue, Charlie Kirk death. Like what? These dudes are so pathetic because they will never show anything negative towards the white community. And this is extremely easy to do. Have you heard about the South Carolina judge that got arrested for trying to get child, you know what? Or better yet, how about the man that just killed 3 police officers? It's so many stories, bro. And if I was petty.
Those are two very good points. 2 very good points. Can you imagine what would be on these channels? Cartier family, Hodge twins, Officer Tatum was the other one. Melanie King. She's another channel I seen transition in real time transition. And that's all the content she do. And a few others. Can you imagine what they would be putting, the thumbnails would look like and the content had it been a black guy that shot 3 white officers? Can you imagine that? And can you imagine the amount of views that it would get?
I would just spam white fatigue videos and find degenerate videos of them. It is so easy to do that. That ain't my job here, man. My job is to unite my black people, though. Some other channels like this are the Hodge Twins, Anton Daniels, Candace Owens, the Black Conservative, and I'm pretty sure more and more will come up. Listen, it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but these dudes will get their Negro wake-up call soon. Just like this dude did. He said, as a black man, I would be honored to fight side by side with you brothers, just like when you fought to free the slaves. Someone replied, us whites got this. You can help by packing your bags and getting the fuck off our land. That's it for this video, man. And I ain't gonna lie, my whole time editing and recording this mug, it had me heated. It's just something about a raccoon, man. It's worse than any racist person. In 2025, sadly, there are too many Uncle Ruckuses. We need more Hueys, man. Make sure y'all tap into my second channel, though. This type of stuff.
Hey, man, no. Shout out to him, y'all. Check out his channel. That was actually a really good video. It's really dangerous, man. Again, the house Negro is one thing, right? They stay in the house. Yeah, they'll tell on your ass. They're dangerous too.
I asked you, who this nigga on that land?
But think of what these people are doing, making this content. Like the house Negro didn't have access to hundreds of thousands, even millions of people, right? They didn't have the ability to actually form, or not even form, but let's just say continue to propagate stereotypes, right? By continuing to make that type of content, and also vicariously being the voice of those who have those racist beliefs. So I feel like this is way, way, way more dangerous, man. So like, I can never see myself sitting up here making content that I know could lead to my own people being hurt, if not worse, just so I can get some views. And while I don't know all the analytics on all those channels, I do know there's a couple of them where I saw the content they was making before and the views they was getting. And while it might not have been like a little amount, but when you see the difference in views, it's very clear why they did it. It's very clear why they did it, man. And it's crazy they continue to make that type of content, man, without no conscience. It is ridiculous, man. But there's definitely a few of them out there, and you got to think they're not going nowhere no time soon, because there's a base of people who support it, and we know what type of people that is. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll check y'all in the next one.